What if you react to your 3D reality? I know that many of you are doing this, and it is a little bit normal to do this, at least at first. But in this video, I want to show you, to tell you what you can do if you are finding yourself reacting to your 3D reality while you are manifesting your desire or desires. My name is Sylviane. If you need my personal help, I am a manifesting coach. I do one-on-one coaching and email coaching, so check the links down below. I also have a Facebook group where I share some valuable help as well. Probably the biggest challenge for my clients is that they are looking at 3D and reacting to 3D. And from what I can tell, Neville Goddard was conscious of this issue because he mentioned that quite a bit in some of his lectures. You know, how and why not to react to the shadow world while we were imagining our desire in our mind. So probably the best thing to remember when you look up there and you don't see your desire, and this happens especially for a specific person. You are manifesting your specific person and you look out there and they're not here yet. Well, you have to remember that what you see today, it's old news, it's old manifestation. Because there is always a delay between what you imagine and what you see as a result of your imagination. So if your SP is not here today, it's not because you have not done your imagination correctly yesterday or the day before for the past 2 weeks. It's the result of what you have been imagining prior to that, when they left you. You have imagined some scenarios because of your lack of self-love, your lack of self-esteem, your fears, your anxiety. You have imagined that they will be gone or that they were going to leave. And some of my clients had told me that they really mentioned those words. He's going to leave me. Well, guess what? That's an affirmation. So eventually their SP left them. So what you are living today in the 3D world in regards to your SP that is not here was manifested back then. And by the way, maybe it's a good time to warn you guys, because I know that there are some places on Facebook where you see some success stories, like an abundance of them. But there are also other posts that, to my shock, that somebody sent me just today, that mention that apparently there are some people posting fake success stories. Well, to my shock and dismay, if this is true, I certainly don't want any of that in my group, and I don't think anybody has posted ever a fake success story in my group. So I thank you for that, guys. So this can have a double edge, right? So on one hand, it could be helpful for some to see that some people have fast success stories. But if those success stories are one of those made-up stories that some other posts talked about, well, in this case, it would have the reverse effect. Because on one hand, people would see that some people have very fast success. But on the other hand, if they don't have overnight success, they may think that they're doing something wrong. And that doesn't mean that at all. So do not base, in case you're doing this, do not compare your story, do not compare your case to anyone else's story and case. This is never a good idea. That's why I usually don't like it when people post on Facebook questions like, how long did it take you to manifest your SP to someone else? They're asking the question to someone else. How long did it take you? Well, it does not matter how long it took this person, because you are another person with a different mind, with a different circumstance, with a different belief. So how long it takes someone to manifest their specific person has no bearing on how long it will take you. It may be longer for you, it may be faster for you. But by any means, do not compare your success to someone else's success, or your lack of success to anyone else's lack of success, or whatsoever. Do not compare yourself to anyone. Now, think about it. Did Neville ever said, well, you must compare your success to other people's success, so you'll be more successful in getting your desire? No, never said that. What did he say instead? God is in your imagination. You must imagine your desire as you already had it, and be sure that you watch your mental diet with it. That's all he said. He never said base your manifestation timeline based on someone else's manifestation timeline or based on someone else's success. So I think that this had to be said because I see more and more often that people are basing their success not on their God self, not on their imagination, not on their affirmations, not on their concentration and focus. They are basing their success on someone else's success. If you're doing this, you need to get out of this treadmill because it's really taking you nowhere. So, without further ado, let's talk about not reacting to 3D. So, this alone, if you are reacting to a success story, guess what? Whether the success story boosts you up or not, well, you are reacting to 3D right now. So, in every shape or form, stop reacting to 3D. 3D is nothing more, nothing less than what you have manifested in the past. So when you see something that you do not like in your 3D, you need to remember that, okay, I'm seeing this today and I do not like this. It's not my preference. I would rather have something else. Well, in this case, close your eyes for a few minutes if you can and see in your mind's eyes what you want to see. If you cannot close your eyes, affirm that you already have what you want to have, that you already see what you want to see. While you're doing this, it occupies your mind, it brings your mind from that 3D thing that it's observing right now back to the source, back to where creation happens, manifestation happens. And this alone is going to help you. Because what happens when people look at 3D, you let your mind go. You let your mind expand and seeing what's going on in 3D. But as soon as you affirm right away, if you see your SP is not here, instead of keeping on thinking that your SP isn't here for a few seconds to a few minutes, react right away. No, my SP is thinking about me first thing in the morning to last thing when he goes to bed. No, my SP is calling me every day now. My SP can't live without me. I am the only woman he's attracted to. I am the only man she ever wanted. Go on and on and on with a few affirmations that are going to instantly take you out of expanding your focus on 3D. If you prefer visualization, then visualize your affirmation. Visualize you being with your person instead of expanding your focus on 3D where they are not. And as you do, just remember that you're doing yourself a favor, because instead of expanding, continuing what's happening in 3D, which you do not want, you are now shortening the time that that person is not going to be in 3D, because you are back in your imagination to manifest your SP much faster. Because the thing is this, when you are looking at 3D and you stay there a little bit too long, noticing that they're not there for too long, you are manifesting more of that. That's what you are doing. You are using your imagination to manifest more of that. So the best favor you can give yourself is this. Go right away. As soon as you catch yourself staying too long observing 3D, go back to your manifestation process. Go back to your imagination. Go back to your affirmations. So you can cut that pattern of, oh, well, I'm going to look at 3D now and I'm going to stay there a few minutes now because, you know, it's not fun and I don't like it. So let me observe that some more. You know, when you're doing this, even though you may not be using the words that I am using right now, that's what's happening though. That's what's happening. You are staying too long, observing too long what you do not want. And while you're doing this, you are prolonging the time, prolonging that time that you do not want to see anymore. So you must cut off that pattern of yours, because if you think of it, this is the pattern that brought you to where you are now. The pattern of feeling not good enough, the pattern of not loving yourself enough, the pattern of not considering yourself important, the pattern of anxiety, the pattern of lack, the pattern of fear. These are the patterns that brought you to have your specific person left you in one way or another, and being now in the position, in the 3D state that you are in right now. So you must change from the inside out towards yourself and towards the person as well. And when you do that, your specific person will come back. And I want to finish with a quote from Neville Goddard that says, "Change your conception of yourself and you will automatically change the world in which you live. Do not try to change people. They are only messengers telling you who you are. Revalue yourself and they will confirm the change." So if you are noticing 3D right now, today, and your person isn't here, your situation is not the one that you want, it's just that you are keeping on manifesting this, or that you are still living in the residue of what you have manifested. So stop right now. Do not allow another day. Do not allow yourself another day to focus one more minute on what you do not have. But go back inside. Practice your affirmations, practice your visualization, practice whatever technique you want to practice that's going to help you to manifest a better you, a more confident you, a more loved and thought after you, a more pursued you, a more chaste you, and your specific person will manifest. But as long as you want to stay fixed on 3D, well, what you are focusing on will expand, because this is law and you cannot go against law. That's why Neville Goddard said, you do not manifest what you want, you manifest what you are. So as humans, we cannot go against the law in the 3D world, okay? We cannot go against that law. So you need to play according to the rules, and the rules of the law are telling you, you want this, well, you must focus on this. Because if you focus on lack, you are going to manifest more lack. So I hope this is helpful. I hope you can listen to this video a few more times as well, because once you get that, I know that you are not going to need to hear other people's success stories or lack thereof. You are going to rely on your power, because you are God of your reality. And yes, you can manifest your specific person very fast if you do the work, not if you focus on what you've already manifested yesterday, which is in your 3D world right now. All right? So I hope this was helpful. Please, if it was, subscribe if you are new here. Like the video so more people will be able to see the video. Comment. I love to read your comments and reply to them. And you can share the video as well. Thank you for listening, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye for now.